Okay, so the pins are here. Point number 1 and point number 7 are the coil points. So which means that, by the way, you have to give your power and both of and either of two. So you can to give the power supply 220 volt for this coil number 2, or you have to give the 220 volt for the coil point number 7 here. So you can give either of them. So here in my drawing in the physical configuration, so if you give power supply for number 7, you have to give the second point for the neutral connection here. So there is a neutral connection. This is a neutral connection. So point number 2 is connected with the neutral, and point number 7 is connected with the load. This load have 220 volt, 220 volt. So 220 volt is supplied directly for this, and which is connected with a normally closed or normally open button through the contactor coil. So this all about the physical configuration and the practical drawing for this electronic timer. So you guys, I hope you like this video, but you have to do one thing. First of all, you're gonna draw the connection for the electronic timer. So take this physical drawing and give the power supply either of these. So through this, the 2 points are energized here. So this point number 3 and point number 4 is energized through this point number 1. This point number 1 is connected or interlocked with point number 7. If you use it 3 as a normally open and 4 as a normally closed. If you use this, you have to give power supply by interlocking or by bridging the power from this point 7 to here. You have to connect in the bottom base of this timer. So look, this timer is a male and a female, male and a female connection. So I will show you the male connection. This is a female, this is a male. The female connection is also the base connection. So you have to connect this number 1 and number 8 interchangeably according to your drawing. So from here on, let me tell you how this normally closed. This number 1, point number 1 and point number 3 are how it's read in the digital multimeter. So when you check number 1 with number 3, which is open, so there is no sound at all in digital multimeter. Point number 1 and point number 4 are connected in a digital multimeter. So you hear in a searing sound. This is the sound. So later on I'll show you. This 8 is again with this, there is a sound. It's 8 with 6, there is no sound. So to do that, you have to use a digital multimeter here. So this is a digital multimeter. So digital multimeter, first of all, you have to on it. So this is a clamp meter. So it doesn't matter. So it change, you have to power from off to continuity checking point here. So this is in the continuity indicator line, and then after you have to select. This is auto, so there is no sound. So press the select button, again press. So now it's ready for the continuity check. The continuity check tells either the 2 points are normally closed or normally open. So these 2 points are now closed. That's why you hear a sound in here. Look, now open, now closed. So the closed points are connected together. You hear a sound like this. Okay, let's start checking the normally open and the normally closed point in this electronic timer. Okay, in my configuration, point number 1 and point number 4 are normally closed. Check here. So here, this is my point number 1. Point number 1 here. So this point number 1 and the 3 and 4 points are normally closed and normally open. So I have to put my multimeter first probe in this number 1, and then after I have to check 4 and 3. Look, sorry. So now my pressed probe is connected with point number one. So I'm gonna checking for this three. So I'm connecting for three, which is normally open, so there is no sound at all. Look, no sound. Just I'm gonna connect the second probe with this point, but no sound in here. No sound in here. Just I will interchange this point to number four, which is normally open like this, bring in here, normally closed. So point number three with point number four, which is normally closed. So have you heard the sound? Look here. So now the digital multimeter, the continuity tells about the point, and which is a normally a closed point here, like which is normally closed, with this, which is normally open. The second thing is point number eight. Point number eight. I connected this point again. Point number eight. Point number eight with just bring in here. Point number eight. This point number eight connected with six. There is no continuity at all. So I'm gonna bring here. So point number eight with point number six. Look, there is no sound at all, which means they are not connected internally. The coils are not connected internally, which means normally open. The second is point number five. Point number eight and point number five are normally closed. So you hear this sound here. Look, there is a sound which tells about the continuity in this digital multimeter. So this is all about how the electronic timer works in a perfect and in a very smooth manner. So those electronic timers are basically used for star delta electronic configuration. So star delta configuration here is, look, here is a line number 11, which tells about the power supplying point. So here is my thermal relay here. So here is my thermal relay. From thermal relay comes the point, which is the input is the power, and then the normally closed and normal open thermal relay is passed through this point. We got the push button is starting and the stopping push button here. This is for the interlocking purpose, and the timer coil is in here. So which means that this A1 is point number 7. I'm gonna present it to all of you in this pin. This is number 7 or number 1. I mean number 2. You have to use either of these because the coil is it depends upon how you're gonna give a power supply for this 2 and 7 interchangeably, and use the next in a 4 and 5, 6 and here 6 and 5, 3 and 4 and 6 and 5 for the normally open and the normally closed timers here. So there is point number 6. Point number 6 is in a normally open. You got a normally open point in here in this timer configuration in drawing. And again, point number 5 is a normally closed. You got again this point number 5 in point number 5 indicated that the closed time. So basically this kind of drawing is this kind of electronic timer is in order to manipulate the star delta electronic system. The star delta system, maybe your plant, your controlling devices, the building lightning system, or you gonna control by using this electronic timer like AC system, the AC air conditioning system at the home. It may be air conditioning system, home air conditioning system, or any kind of refrigeration. And the third application area is in order to control the industrial synchronous and asynchronous type of induction motors. Those are applied in so many construction sites. So the main application area is in order to boost those systems, in order to manipulate, in order to control those systems in a very smooth manner. So you guys, I hope you like this video presentation. If you like my channel, don't forget like, share and subscribe. So thanks. See you until the next time. Bye bye.